Hello everybody, I'm going to talk about the most important thing you need to know when you're making note block songs in Minecraft. I'm going to talk about TPS. For example, I have this song over here. It's the Gerudo Valley song from The Legend of Zelda. When I put the repeaters in between, I put the repeaters on 2 ticks, but that's a problem because 2 ticks between these blocks will make the song 75 beats per minute, and that's too slow. You can hear for yourself. And if you know this song, it should be faster. But let's try to make it a little bit faster. Instead of 2 ticks, I set the repeaters to 1 tick, like over here. And let's have a listen. That's way too fast. So I want to be somewhere in between 1 and 2 ticks on my repeater, so like 1.5, but I can't do that because my repeaters don't have an half option. But the thing is, in Minecraft you have 20 TPS, so 20 moments in a second where a note block can play, and these redstone components don't utilize those 20 TPS because the delay on 1 tick on a repeater is 2 TPS. So we call the ticks on a redstone component a redstone tick, and a normal tick, we call that a game tick. So 1 delay on a repeater is 2 game ticks, and that's just wasteful because I want to use all 20 TPS and not just 10 TPS, which I can only do with these repeaters. So you need to know a little trick to make your song a 20 TPS song, and I have this trick built over here. Let's listen to it first. Yes, it sounds much better. It's not perfect because the original song is a little bit faster, but it's a lot better. And I use this device over here. This piston over here, this sticky piston, activates 1 game tick earlier than this sticky piston over here. And that has something to do with this repeater over here. So I get a row of note blocks over here that's 1 game tick faster than the other note blocks over here. So there's a delay between those rows of 1 game tick, and that makes this song a 20 TPS song. So it gives me a lot more options with the rhythm to make the song sound good. And this is how it works. It has something to do with the user activated inputs get processed at a different time in 1 game tick compared to the redstone components. Because the order is different, when you activate this button, this piston will be instantly activated, but over here I got a repeater first, and normally a repeater will delay it with 1 redstone tick or 2 game ticks. So this piston should activate 2 game ticks later than this one, but it doesn't. It only activates 1 game tick later than this one. So I got a 1 game tick delay, and if you want to read more about it, most people call this an odd delay. So when I press this button, there's a delay of 2 game ticks before the lamp will activate, and on the other side it's 3 game ticks because, well, the piston has a delay of 2 game ticks, and this repeater will only delay 1 game tick, and this piston 2, so that's 3 total. This setup over here only works if you use a manual input. So if I press a button or pull a lever or whatever, it works. So if you're activating this redstone line with something like a repeater in between, so set up like this, it doesn't work anymore. The delay between these 2 pistons gets a bit wider. It becomes 2 ticks instead of 1. And that's because this trick where the repeater only delays 1 game tick instead of 2 game ticks, what a repeater would normally do, only happens when you're doing a manual input. So I have to physically press this button, and now it's the repeater, this one, activating these components, and then the delay gets 2 game ticks again on this repeater. So if you still want to have an alt delay but you don't want to manually activate the redstone line, you can use this device. So this observer reads this redstone over here, and it will give a 3 game tick delay before the light goes on. So it should be the same as this one. And if you have quick eyes, you could see these 2 lamps activate at the same time. So how does this work? This observer observes this redstone dust, and when it gets turned on, it sends a signal which activates the trapdoor. The delay from this observer is 2 ticks. Then this trapdoor activates, and this scaffolding reacts to that activation of this trapdoor, because when I pull the trapdoor down, the scaffolding changes the way it looks, as you can see, and this observer observes that. This happens very quickly with another 1 game tick delay, so this adds up to a 3 game tick delay, and the lamp gets activated. If you've looked at my videos before, you see these machines appearing often, and that's because I like to use the entirety of those 20 TPS Minecraft offers, so I can get the right rhythm, the right speed for my songs. Alright, I hope you learned something new, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.